Well, there was a lot on the line in the round 14 match of the week on ABC TV's coverage of the Women's National Basketball League. Narelle Fletcher, we came to the AIS Arena here in Canberra, and the Canberra Capitals had to defeat the Adelaide Lightning if they were to keep their very slim finals hopes alive. The equation was the same, though, for the Lightning.
Well, look, I think there was far more at stake for the Lightning because they're a little bit more in touch with that top four. And look, the way that both teams started off in this match, though, you would have thought that they were both pushing for that last spot in the Final Four because it started off just on fire, both teams.
It was a great opening, wasn't it? It was really entertaining. We saw high-quality play for Adelaide. Most of their good work was done on the interior, whilst for the Canberra Capitals, as we see Jess Bibby splashing this bomb, was done on the exterior.
Well, look, certainly for both teams, it was about 12 points on the scoreboard, 6 each before we saw a missed shot in the match.
Yeah.
But from there on, it certainly did change.
It did. I'm not sure exactly what came over the game. Canberra led by 2 at quarter time rather, and then all of a sudden in the second quarter they couldn't buy a bucket, and then these two people took control. Laura Hodges and Shay Shigog were dominant. Laura Hodges in particular scored the first 10 points of the second quarter for Adelaide.
And whether that had an effect on the mindset of the Canberra Capitals players, because defensively they weren't able to get any sort of stops going through Hodges. So offensively that's affected. If you can't generate some stops, the shoulders drop, the body language changes, you lose all of that energy at the offensive end trying to work out a way to stop one particular player for the Adelaide Lightning, Laura Hodges.
And she kept going until she ran into foul trouble in the third quarter, Laura Hodges, but she'd done enough to give her team a 4-point lead at half-time, but they did lose the lead at three-quarter time. Canberra looked to have settled and they led by 1. Adelaide had Laura Hodges and a number of others in foul trouble, plus they'd lost Jessica Foley, one of their prime movers, to injury. But somehow, Adelaide kept coming and they ground out a victory.
Look, I don't know how they did, but they did exactly that. They ground out the victory because I wouldn't have thought that they were able to come back from once Canberra got their noses in front. Usually, that's how they love to play, but all credit to the Adelaide Lightning. They did a wonderful job.
They were superb in the end, and they really closed out the game really well from the foul line in particular. We won't see any highlights of that, thankfully, but there were a lot of foul shots shot late in the last quarter. Angela Marino was the leader for the Adelaide Lightning in that regard. But ultimately, that rebounding advantage that they had, 13 more rebounds, and they shot the ball significantly better than the Canberra Capitals did, and Adelaide thoroughly deserved their 11-point victory.